About Times. I'm your host Anisha Rai.
And I'm Pranita Datta. And today we are going to talk about the laws against ragging while also discussing the recent cases.
An 18-year-old student died past month after falling from his hostel's second floor in Jadavpur University campus in Kolkata. The family of the first-year-old honor student have alleged that he was being ragged in the campus. But first of all, what is ragging?
Ragging is an act involving an activity that violates a student's dignity. It mainly happens in the name of a freshers' welcome in the college or university. So Anisha, tell me, what do you think is the hidden mentality behind ragging?
I feel that it gives seniors a sense of superiority and their morale increases. Hence, they prefer to give orders to their juniors. The aggrieved students fulfill the orders of the regressive student. This results in the morale of the senior increasing even more. He or she starts thinking about himself or herself as high. Vengeance is one of the major reasons for carrying out ragging. This means that the students who themselves have suffered ragging end up doing this to their juniors, and they compel the students to do everything that they have suffered.
Exactly, and apart from this, rag students also take out their personal anger through ragging. They fulfill all their desires through it. It is not always the case that every senior student is interested in ragging, but so that he or she does not become separated from his peers, they become part of the group. Many times they do not shy away from doing it in exchange for money or other valuables.
Exactly, it has become a fashion these days. It has emerged among the students that ragging makes them look cooler among their peers, which is absolutely wrong. And backing up this theory, we have statistics. According to the survey in 2017, about 40% of Indian students are either being ragged or bullied in colleges, among which medical and engineering college reported the most number of cases. The cases of ragging peaked in the 90s. During this period, a large number of medical and engineering private colleges were opened in India and ragging was rising. According to the reports, the highest number of cases was recorded in 1997 in Tamil Nadu. According to the reports, the severity of this situation in 1997 forced Tamil Nadu to become the first state to ban ragging completely. But before we term something as illegal, it is necessary for us to define it. So Pranita, could you tell me how does the Indian law define ragging?
Sure. In India, ragging is defined as any disorderly conduct that teases, treats or handles a student with rudeness. It can include words spoken or written, financial extortion, physical abuse including sexual abuse, homosexual assaults, stripping or forcing obscene acts. It can also include teasing, threatening, abusing or playing practical jokes.
Yes, exactly. And ragging in India is governed by the Prohibitions of Ragging Act 2011, the Indian Penal Code, the UGC Regulations on Curbing the Menace of Ragging in Higher Education Institutions 2009, All India Council for Technical Education, Prohibition and Prevention of Ragging, Regulations 2009.
Do you know ragging is punishable by imprisonment for up to 2 years, a fine of up to 10,000 rupees, a simple imprisonment for up to 1 month, and a fine of 500 rupees.
Yes. Now let's discuss about these anti-ragging laws in India a little bit more detail. In 2001, the Supreme Court banned ragging across India. However, in 2009, after the death of Aman Kachru, a medical college student in Dharamshala, the Supreme Court was prompted to direct all the educational institutions to implement the anti-ragging laws strictly.
Right. And the laws against ragging is governed by the Prevention of Ragging Act 1997 and its amendments.
Yes, and this act defines ragging as any disorderly conduct, whether by words spoken or written, or by any act that promotes teasing, treating or handling with rudeness a fresher or any other student. Under this law, if a student is found guilty, he or she can be imprisoned for up to 3 months or with fine.
Exactly. And according to the law, if a college does not follow the rules or ignores the matter, strict actions can be taken against it. And to avoid the problems of ragging in colleges and universities, the University Grant Commission (UGC) has come up with rules related to students' behavior. According to those rules, if a comment is made based on the appearance or dress of a student, or if his or her self-respect is hurt, then it will be considered ragging. And it will also be considered an offence if a student is insulted based on his religion, language, caste, race, etc. If any student is forced to do any work, it will also come under the category of ragging.
Exactly. Along with this, some states in India have their own legislations on ragging. While the central legislation tackling ragging is through the Indian Penal Code, sections 294, 323, 324, 325, 326, 339, 340, 341, 342 and 506, and the UGC regulations on curbing the menace of ragging in higher education institutions 2009. Some education institutions have their own laws on ragging, such as the All India Council for Technical Education and the Medical Council of India have made their own regulations on ragging. Now Pranita, I would love to hear more on UGC's regulation on anti-ragging.
Sure. To curb the menace of ragging, UGC has introduced the UGC Regulations on Curbing the Menace of Ragging in Educational Institutions 2009. According to these regulations, all higher educational institutions have to follow the UGC guidelines mandatorily, and failing to do so will invoke strict action. UGC has also set up a toll-free number 1800-180-5522 in which a victim can complain in 12 languages.
Yes, exactly. And we promote all the students who are suffering any form of ragging or bullying to not hold themselves back, but speak against their bullies and complain register a complaint in this toll-free number.
Right. And now coming to the conclusion. Primary responsibility to curb ragging would rest with the education institutions, but there is also a need of active participation of media and civil society in controlling them. In the case of University of Kerala and the Council of Principals, the Apex Court has expressed displeasure in such incidents of ragging in education institutions despite taking measures to prevent such incidents.
Yes, and the court has been ensued with the responsibility to ensure speedy disposal of these matters. The past memories of adverse effects of ragging can only be wiped out after the strict implementations of these laws.
With this, we conclude today's discussion about the laws against ragging.
Thank you once again for joining us at ILS Law Times.
Hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.